Hello everyone, happy Monday. So I've been sitting for the last 48 hours on a message that I wanted to share, not knowing how to share it or what platform to share it on. So I'm just going to go with it here and see what happens. We are, you are, I am awakening. We're evolving. And sometimes when you awaken, and if you're new to the awakening process, this is a really important message to listen to. When you start awakening and start stepping out of the way you thought the world was, it can be some of the most challenging and courageous moments of your life. Because not only are you navigating your own personal shifts, your own personal evolution, moving from old ways of being to new ways of being, losing friends, shifting behaviors, things no longer feel right. But you're also recognizing that the world that you've lived in may not be the way you always thought it was. And the way that we evolve as a human collective, as a large human collective consciousness, is that we have to see the evil and the dark. And yes, there is evil and dark in this world. And it's really hard for humans to hold that because it doesn't feel good. And humans are programmed to numb themselves out in order to pretend to feel good, so that they can get through their day, they can get through their moments, their life. But this world is a dichotomy, this world is polarity, this world is duality, which means when you have love, you are going to have fear. When you have joy, you're going to have depression. When you have peace, you're going to have war. And when you evolve into higher states of consciousness, if you cannot see the duality, if you cannot see the evil, you will not be able to evolve. And so right now, the entire human collective is on a very fast timeline of waking up or evolving or ascending. It is a very fast timeline. We are on a very fast trajectory. And what that means is that we are going to see this evil and dark faster, which means that we're going to start to recognize that that which we thought was okay, had our best interests at hand, the government, any sort of system that is in charge of us, so to speak. We're going to start to see that maybe, just maybe, behind the scenes, there is evil. And there is evil. And so this is about how can we navigate what we are in and moving through as awakened humans. And if you are currently awakening, you're just beginning the awakening process, it is the most courageous act that you can do. And once you awaken, you can't go back to sleep. You can't go back to the way it was. And that is one of the hardest things to accept, is that you have to look out at the world and you have to see everything. You have to see it all. And we are being asked right now, especially the ones that are awakened, to please keep your eyes opened and be okay with what is unraveling, with the dark and evil that is unraveling, because it is your light and your heart that transmutes it. You are the beacon. You are the salve. You are the medicine that heals that evil and dark. And if we continue to pretend that this evil isn't unraveling, we won't be able to heal the world. We heal the world by looking at that which we can't fathom. We heal the world by feeling the emotions around what we are watching unravel. That is nauseating, that makes us angry, frustrated, sad, depressed. You are here as a beacon of light to stand in that light, to open your heart, to feel as much love so that we can assist the rest of humanity that is going to have a much harder time accepting what's going on right now. And if you're in this spiritual community where everyone wants to be in love and light, and they want to kind of turn their backs on the absolute horrific evil that is unraveling right now, then you are being of disservice, meaning your light is here to heal the evil. Your light is here to heal the dark. And the only way we heal the evil and the dark is to acknowledge it, is to stand in the midst of it all, which is what we're all going to be doing whether we like it or not. We're going to be standing in the midst of this. You can't escape what's coming. No one can. And we have to be able to stand in this with light, with an open heart. We are not designed to perpetuate the evil, to perpetuate the divide. By yelling at people, belittling people, name-calling people, right? All of these things that the powers that be want us to do, because that keeps us away from our power, our light. The more we stay in divide, the more we separate from ourselves, the less power we have to dismantle them, to dismantle the evil consciousness, the dark consciousness, the greed, the manipulation, the mind control. That's a consciousness, and our light is designed to literally dissolve it. Visualize your body as light and your heart as light, as consciousness, high frequency. And light, high frequency light dissolves low frequency light. And you don't think the systems that be know that? So what do? They manipulate you. They control you. They pull you out of your body. Because why? Because the body is where your light and your heart is. They distract you by all of these nonsense divides in the world. Fight against each other, please, because then you won't come into your own being, your own light, your own heart, and actually emanate it out to the systems that are controlling all of this. This is why you're here, and this is not easy. We are literally walking into a huge dark night of the collective soul. It is going to get heavy and intense. Millions upon millions of humans are going to pass. And when I received this message from my guides, to know that that I was here to share this is not easy. It's not easy to share information that isn't of love and light, rainbows and unicorns. It's not. There's nothing easy about this, but I will say this. We are also standing on a planet right now that is holding so much love. We are standing on a planet that is holding so much light. We are standing on a planet that is holding so much peace and joy and compassion and empathy and expansion and empowerment and sovereignty. We have access to all of that, all of it right now. The earth has never been in such a high frequency. And at the exact same time, flip the coin. We are looking at the most evil of evil we have ever seen boiling up. So there is two sides to this coin, and we get to access both. And we get to courageously access both. That's why we're here, to explore and to experience this massive physical shift, this physical evolution in human consciousness. So we are going to be going through the shadow. We're in it right now, and we're going to continue. There's nothing wrong with what we're about to experience. This is how you evolve. This is how you evolve. But it's about preparation. Do you know how to be in your heart? Do you know how to hold love, to emanate out love, right? Do you know how to be sovereign? Do you know how to have compassion for yourself? Do you know how to have compassion for others? We are going to need these tools more than ever before. This isn't about fear. This isn't about buying into fear. This is about understanding that you are sovereign and you have choice in every now moment. And the most courageous thing that we can do is to keep our hearts wide open as we step into a shadow that is full of so much evil and so much darkness that we will want to turn away, that we will want to close our hearts. And I'm going to remind you again that you are here to be that light. You are here to walk through this shadow, to walk through this dark night of the human collective, bright, aligned, sovereign, creating, not victimhood, not fear. Remembering the entire picture, the huge perspective of why you incarnated at this time. And having compassion for all of you that are currently waking up right now. We are going to have to watch humanity go through this evolution. And we have to have compassion for how we experience it and what it feels like. So remember, you are a beacon. You are the medicine that heals the planet. There is nothing wrong with looking at the evil, recognizing the dark, recognizing the manipulation, recognizing the mind control, recognizing that there are humans in large systems that are doing horrific things to humanity right now. The more we are capable of embracing this, the faster we will learn how to stand in it with an open heart, with peace, because we are here to be in the fire and not get burned. We are here to hold our light and not get dimmed. We are here to see it all and not be impacted by it. And so if there is anything that you can get from this message right now, it's that it is okay what we are about to walk through. It's okay what we're walking through right now. It takes a lot of courage to keep your eyes open, to not go back to sleep, to not numb yourself out. And most important, you are here to be the beacon of light. You are here to hold your heart wide open. And this requires more compassion and more love than you have ever given yourself and humanity. The world is waiting for you. The world needs you. The world needs you. Humanity needs you. And this is why we're here. This is why we're here. So put your seatbelts on. Keep your heart as open as you possibly can. Please stop dividing if you're in the divide. Because divide only pulls you out of your body, pulls you out of your sovereignty, pulls you out of your power, and the powers that be know this. This isn't conspiracy. This is energy. There's no conspiracy. This is energy. Plain and simple. It's energy shifting and evolving, playing out in human bodies. That's it. That's all. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for courageously keeping your eyes open and your heart open and your light shining.